So, welcome back to another one of our weekly streams. Whatever, that doesn't matter. We're doing the intro, Garrett. Stop interrupting. They probably can't even hear you. He's whining about the frame data. Anyway, so, we're back again, the official NNG. It's your boy, Nicholas, commentating for Garrett, playing Super Mario Sunshine. I just realized, Garrett, you need to adjust the monitor so I can see better. How can I commentate on how poorly you're doing if I can't see? Then I can only assume you're doing poorly, which would probably be about right. So, alright, I don't know where Garrett is in the game because it's been a while, so we'll see what happens. Just had to do a bit of an audio check there, and it sounds like we're good to go. Alright, so Garrett is checking out the map, which most people don't know this map exists for some reason, because no one ever checks. That might actually be, yeah, about 2 places. Yeah, because you need you're about halfway through the game. Because you only need about 50 shines to beat it. Yeah, Pinna Park's a fun time all around. A fun time to be had, to be certain. Because, you know, it's an amusement park. And what's more fun than going into an amusement park to clean up graffiti? Actually, at this point, since Pinna Park is unlocked, that means that technically Mario isn't here against his will, rather that he's here to save Peach. As if you know anything about Mario Sunshine, or Mario as a series, then you know that Peach is gonna get kidnapped. Red coins on the pirate ship. That's a hard one for beginners.
We started this last time, and I think I failed, and that's what we stopped.
Did you start this last time? I don't think so. I thought we always stopped at a general, like, stopping point. Like, you at least got a shine, and then we'd stop.
Maybe.
Probably tell the others that we're live. Alright, so, as the name implies, there's red coins on a pirate ship. And that's about all you need to know. And that's the first one. But the first one's a gimme. The other ones are a bit more difficult. If you watch the speedrun strats of this, it's kind of wild what they do. Like, a tad insane, so to speak. And I don't know what you're trying to do there, but it didn't work. Yeah, that's what they all say. Garrett tried to go for a jump, and I'm presumably he went for a ledge grab on the support beams for this, but he failed miserably. Oh, there he goes. Garrett has not learned the timing for the flip. I believe it's sort of like there's a cycle to it. It's like swing back, forth, back, flip, or something like that. I don't know. I don't study these things. I only comment on how Mario Sunshine is the best Mario game. And if you disagree, you are wrong. And that is a fact. And not just an opinion. We're just having a very hard time, doing this. That's not surprising, because, let's be honest here, we know his skill level in this game. Hey Garrett, here's a secret tip. You beat the game by winning. Oh, and look at that, he's a fourth of the way there. Unfortunately for him, the first coin was a gimme. The second one's also pretty much a gimme. So, as the coins get harder, let's see if Garrett can keep up.
I see 2 more over there.
As you discovered, Garrett can actually see.
That's probably a bad time to, that worked.
Has the
Jeez, that thing goes upside down?
Yeah! I literally just commented on how it went upside down. Garrett apparently is not paying attention at all to game mechanics.
It doesn't go upside down on this side.
It like I said, it's a cycle. Like, it's not guaranteed to go upside down every time. In fact, there's only a specific. It will flip upside down, and then it will go back to the beginning of the cycle. I think it ends at the upside down. And Garrett's gonna fall into the water again. We might be here a little while, folks.
Alright, Mario, you keep doing that. That's fun.
You know, really a lot of these red coins aren't actually on the ships. There's only like 2. Maybe like 3 that are on the ships. Oh my gosh. Someone just tapped on our wall. Should I tap back?
I just went through the ship.
No,
Yes.
I don't think you
I went
did.
straight through. I was just sitting.
Oh yeah, you did. That's interesting. Guess you clipped through it.
I did.
Because you got hit on the mast.
That's unfortunate.
Well, regardless, you were going to get knocked down
No, it wasn't.
anyway.
It was coming back my way. Oh,
You would have gotten bonked off with the fact that you had collision stars. Like at that point, you weren't recovering. You were going to fall off.
no, that was fine.
Well, you had the stars coming out of you, like. Like when you have stars like that, that's generally implied like you're not going to be able to get up from that. The collision stars imply a very specific type of collision, so to speak.
Oh, crap.
Garrett is halfway there. This one really isn't that bad red coin-wise because there isn't a lot to explore. And like I said, only like 2 red coins are actually on the pirate ships. The rest you deal with these guys, which they introduce actually an important mechanic, which you hopefully will discover and then know how to use later. Yes, enemies on the little grates. It's pretty obvious, you know, since you can flip yourself with the grate, why not defeat enemies with it? And also, if you do a bit of Rico Harbor, then you'll know you can defeat enemies by punching them on the other side, so it makes sense that ground pounding on the other side would work as well. Here comes to the biggest challenge of all, depth perception.
Oh, dang, he's up here.
There's a Sparky guy. If you spray them, they just get angry.
Well, yeah.
And then they just shock the area because you know they're electricity based. In fact, you need to go this way to get the 7th coin, and then there's the 8th one.
Nice.
Yeah, this one isn't too bad. Oh, lovely! You left a little bit of smoke where that Sparky guy was.
Really?
Yeah. Or was it steam? Steam from the steamed clams. Actually, no, it was smoke. It was gray.
What's more exposed?
Oh, look at that. Rico Harbor, all the way over there. Chris says it's alright now because he's here.
Oh,
Is that an All Might joke? Are you referencing All Might? I love All Might. I can talk all day about My Hero Academia, and Garrett wouldn't know anything about it, because he doesn't watch any good shows.
that anime?
Yes, it is an anime. It's like one of the 2 good animes.
Ooh, you're gonna trigger a bunch of people with this.
Garrett, we don't use trigger in that sense anymore. Anyway.
Since when?
Since... Okay, we'll get into this. We'll talk about this after stream. Regardless, look, there are only like 2 good animes that I'm aware of. One is My Hero Academia, and there's probably another one out there. I have seen 1 animes.
Whoa.
And Garrett collides immediately. So, how about those Yoshis? Speaking of Yoshis, how about, the government using Yoshi's Island music without permission in a recycling flash game?
I don't remember that.
It's very recent.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, crap, bud.
In a government flash game about recycling that I guess the EPA put out, they used the music for, I guess it's the underground music. That's gonna be kind of sad, because this one you can beat with literally like 1 ground pound. Anyway, they used the underground music from Yoshi's Island DS. Which is hilarious, because no one should notice that, because no one ever played Yoshi's Island DS.
But of course, Nintendo noticed.
Oh, actually, no, Nintendo I don't think did notice. It was mainly people being like, this sounds like Yoshi's Island music, and then being like, it is Yoshi's Island music. Dear EPA, why are you using Yoshi's Island music without permission? Chris just said that you ran to the equivalent of a parked car when you collided with one of the fake Yoshi things, and that is a very accurate description.
This guy just jumped over and then cuts. Oh, come on, man.
Yeah, did you know in speedrunning strats, they'll get all of them to ground pound in one spot, and then the runner will ground pound on all of them at once, and it's super efficient. Quite the opposite of what you're doing.
I didn't do bad there. I had 2 of them.
But you didn't do 2 at once.
So, I still got the cutscenes to back.
I mean, the cutscenes will always happen regardless. You're not really saving time by getting the cutscenes back to back. But as we've mentioned before, this is a slow run, so it doesn't really matter in the end.
Get over here, bud.
This is the devil himself of Let's Plays, so to speak. Which the devil himself is from a suite of impossible to play music. I believe that's what it's called. It's like Lucifer himself, where it's literally impossible to play, not due to difficulty, but because you would die before you would finish playing the song. It's like a combination of the time signature, the tempo, and like the notes played. Literally, it's like 2 billion years or something like that. I'm not even exaggerating. It is some ridiculous amount of time like that. That is what you're seeing right now. Oh,
there we go.
Garrett has finally unlocked the Yosh. And Nintendo's like, did you know you can use Yoshi to get into this level? And did you know you can clip into that level?
Of course you can clip. You can clip into anything in this game. Oh, that was...
Fairness, you can clip into anything in almost any game. Any game before, like, 2014, you can clip into almost anything, and like half of the ones from 2014 and after you can.
Basically every game you can clip into something.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Odyssey had a bunch of clips.
And that's because collision detection is really hard. It's in beta testers, yeah, they can try and slam themselves into every single wall in existence in every single possible combination, but almost every instance of collision, there's almost an infinite amount of possibilities for, so you can't really account for them all. Oh god, Sonic 06. Sonic 06 was before 2014, as stated in the title, Sonic 06. Actually, I think it was just called Sonic the Hedgehog. Because they're like, we're rebranding the series, and they're like, you did a pretty good job of that. Because Sonic afterwards was generally bad and glitchy. Though in fairness, the Adventure series was pretty glitchy and slow-paced and not the best. But I don't play Sonic. Because, you know, I was raised during the time immediately after the console wars.
And Nintendo had it won?
Yeah. Well, let's see here. We had... I was born... Let's see. I mean, yeah, I was past... I mean, in 64, yeah, that was when... That was before me, and...
I was just about to ride that Yoshi too.
And he was. What do you think? So, yeah, it was like... I don't even know the Sega consoles, but like, N64 was like the death of the Sega consoles, right? I feel like... I feel like that's correct, because like that was when Sonic was like, or that's when Sega was like, maybe we shouldn't be in the console market. Because the GameCube had like Sonic Adventure, like Director's Cut or whatever, and Sonic Adventure 2 Battle Mode, I think. I never played the games. I heard they were kind of mediocre, but people loved them anyway. There's one piece of media that came from Sonic that was good, and that was the Knuckles rap, and that's all I know about the Sonic series as of this point.
They just tried to copy the DK rap?
No, Knuckles rap is completely different. It's not an intro. Actually it kind of is, because it's Knuckles explaining who he is. But you see, the DK rap was...
It's good?
I mean, yes, the Knuckles rap is also good, though.
Oh, let's see if I fix this one so it doesn't just totally give me the star immediately.
That's the cleanup one. This is the, this is Manta Ray, that's 2 different missions. You had problems earlier with the Manta Ray cleanup.
Well,
this is the Manta Ray Battle.
We'll see what happens.
Which I believe this course is an episode, yeah, that's what they're called. I believe this is a reference to The Shining. But don't quote me on that. Anyway, the Knuckles rap. See, unlike the DK rap, it introduces the entire.
This guy talks for a while.
It introduces only Knuckles, and it also introduces you to Knuckles being a rapper, which he will then go on to. He would then went on to make several more songs, which I don't remember any of the other songs because I only know the Knuckles rap. The bosses in this game, whenever I say beginners play, they generally have a really hard time with them, and especially the Manta Ray.
Oh, I didn't have any trouble with Manta Ray last time, but I mean, it is kind of knocking me over right now.
Well, the problem with Manta Ray with, like, beginners is that they tend to get overwhelmed whenever the Manta Ray really starts to split up.
Oh, I see.
Because they don't know any good techniques for combating the splits.
Definitely don't stay in the water, that's for sure.
Actually, water is an unreasonable place to stay because they can't ink there. Because their ink is basically lava, except with an electricity effect.
Holy crap. Over here, apparently.
Yeah, they'll go everywhere.
Alright,
Though, once you realize the places where you're basically invincible, it becomes really easy. Or if just, if you use, like, advanced spray techniques.
advanced spray right there.
That is not an advanced spray technique, that's just you being bad at the game. That's a bit more of an advanced spray technique, because not a lot of people...
Didn't see that guy there.
Most people don't realize that you can do a spin attack. Oh my god, are you gonna die in the Manta Ray after talking about how easy it was for you earlier?
I didn't say it was easy, I just said that oh, that's a spot I can't... Okay, that's a spot I can't die in, but it may be my death spot.
Yeah, the mantas can go almost anywhere. Like, even water, which is, which is weird because, normally they don't, Oh, now you've angered them.
Oh, great.
I believe when you make all of them tiny, they get angry.
Oh, that's good.
They can still hurt you when they're tiny.
No, I'm just saying, I've gotten pretty far then.
It's not that hard to get them all tiny. And they're kind of like a Pac-Man Ghost situation, where it's like, even though they're tiny, or even though they're all like, even though they're sort of meant to track you, they just don't necessarily do a good job of it.
Dude, they're dying in swarms right now.
Let me tell you, this is really riveting to watch.
Watching me.
Oh, there we go.
Dang it.
Oh, I knew it was coming. Oop.
Crap. Oh crap. I'm out of water.
Yes. Water, surprisingly, you can run out of in this game, despite, the whole game being set in a tropical setting, and they put such an emphasis on water. But yeah, you can run out. Which raises the question, can you do?
Okay, is this one last guy gonna kill me?
It'd be funny if he did, but he's not the last guy. No, he ain't.
Oh.
There's more. Oh, no. Oh, that was weird. It delayed for a really long time. Fairness, I can't hear sound cues.
No,
so.
I heard all the cues.
See, I don't hear sound cues, so I'm like, That took longer than I thought it would.
That makes sense. Jeez, that
I love how that's the first thing you question, rising out of the ground from the goop. Not, the Pianta statue, or the hut with the tanukis in them, or an entire lighthouse. What else? There's more.
The fact that Mario exists and so does blood.
What?
And how we could store so much water in one tank.
Well, it's efficient.
It's efficient. It compresses the water.
Yes. Yeah, I believe what happened here is you had enough shines to get the turbo nozzle, but you had to get Yoshi first. And you have to do up to a certain point in Rico Harbor to get Yoshi. So now you're gonna get the turbo, which the turbo nozzle actually, I think, is only used for,
He just stood there and then just ran into me. Thanks a lot, bud.
He is, one of the main antagonists of this game.
Oh, where'd he go?
Oh no, where did he go? He's right there.
Oh.
The turbo nozzle is only used for bonus shines, I believe. What? That doesn't make it not fun. Like, if you just want to have a good time, use the turbo nozzle, man. It's a laugh and a half, so to speak.
Oh, that was really quick.
Zoom. Oh god, I really don't like the redesigned turbo nozzle.
Oh, that?
Yeah, that does not. Eee.
It's good now.
It does not.
Can I run on water?
No, but you can go fast.
That's okay.
Speaking of Sonic 06.
I can't run on water.
No, you can't. You don't run on water.
It looks like you're running.
No. You're swimming really quickly.
Oh, whatever. Good enough.
No, there's a difference. There's a difference.
Good enough for speed. Time to use that nozzle everywhere.
Runaway Ferris wheel is interesting because you can actually just almost skip the entire level.
I went through it last time. That's what I'm going to do here.
This is one
I
where
don't have time.
This is one where you have to rely on the if you're going to do it right, if you're going to do it period, you have to rely on the information gleaned from doing this from doing the previous shine. Or these weird electro zappy Koopas that aren't quite Koopas, but whatever, they get the job done. Koopa adjacent. Tropa Koopa. It would have been really funny if the pirate ships just didn't come back. You're like, where did they go?
Gone.
Just absolutely gone. Disappeared.
Stuck on the stupid mast.
That's called collision, Garrett. Most games have it.
I got hit by the top of the mast. It's really unfortunate.
How many boat parts can Garrett list?
Just the mast.
Indeed, well, yes, we can do Poison River now, Chris. We can, in fact, do that.
Alright, let's see if I can make this time.
Oh, you're not going to... Did you go the back way last time?
No, I've made it before, but sometimes I just fall straight down.
No, but have you done the back way to this? Because you're not meant to go up this way.
I messed it up bad. I'm not gonna make the jump.
Yeah, you're not meant to go this way. You're meant to go around back.
No, but it's better to go that way.
It is better. It's faster.
I'm gonna try again.
Yes, the intended way has you go into a tight corridor where you spray and flip stuff a lot, and that's basically the entire thing. You do a lot of climbing, and it's a neat little platforming challenge, but it can be a bit difficult because the camera gets a tad wonky in tight spaces. Think TikTok Clock, but not as bad.
TikTok Clock was fun.
TikTok Clock has one of the worst cameras ever. Like in Mario 64, in Mario history, it has one of the worst cameras.
I remember it being bad.
TikTok Clock is bad because you're in basically a cylinder and the walls are too close. And the Mario 64 camera does not like to deal with close walls.
I think it must have been fine on DS. Why I liked it.
Oh yeah, Mario DS is such an improvement over the original Mario 64. Except not in speedrunning terms. No.
Shit, the crap? You see that?
Yeah.
I got on top of that and stood on it.
Mm-hmm.
Now can I jump off and get back up? No.
No. That would be funny if you did that and you fell off then, you know. Just think, for the laugh of it.
This was fun.
This way is fun as Garrett just moves the control stick and does and well, he's falling anyway, folks.
Whatever.
So how many times before you do it the proper way?
Never. Never gonna do it the proper way.
We might be here a while, folks. Garrett's decided to be stubborn on how he does this, and he's making zero. You could have just walked there.
I know. That.
Garrett talking about needing speed when he does strategies that are very slow and don't really do much. You didn't get the momentum that time.
No, I didn't get anything.
Have you considered being good at the game? I think that might help you in this situation.
Always what I tried to do.
Like if you tried being just decent, even just okay.
I keep hitting that stupid thing.
It's called a rail, Garrett. So y'all ever heard of a Roller Coaster Tycoon? Great series. Actually, the series as a whole isn't the best.
Great now.
Alright, so what is this, attempt 3, or are we going the real way? Okay, we're going the normal way, thank God. Here it is. And look at those water graphics. What would a game that's mainly about water be if it didn't have good water graphics? You know what I'm saying?
A game without good water graphics.
Exactly, that would be a travesty. Ground pound in, punch out. Speaking of punch out, make sure to tune in next week as I probably complete punch out for the Wii. Hashtag not sponsored.
And now he's gonna go up.
Why wouldn't he go up? He's an enemy with the express purpose of murdering you. And everything you care. And Garrett's jumping up. Actually, he should be able to make it back on, yeah.
Trying to wreck me. Move.
Why don't you just, like, you know... Why don't you just damage boost through?
I don't want to do that.
Why not? You seem pretty keen on taking damage earlier.
Fine, I'll just do it like this.
There we go. So I think Chris wants you to do the Poison River, but if you do that, we're going to be here a while, unless you do the skip.
I remember doing the Poison River before. Have I done it?
The Poison River is the lily pad one. The one where you ride in the lily pad and all the water's poisonous, and if you fall off, or if you don't get a red coin, you have to walk back. Or you fall off and die and you can't go in the pipe or else it sends you back to Delfino Plaza. Which is objectively very funny. Like that they threw that in there. Seems like Chris has inherited my, you can't climb that. Has inherited my open mocking of you. It's almost like there's a bunch of convenient platforms moving at a slow speed that you can stand on in this game that is a 3D platformer. It would have been really funny if you missed. But alas, you didn't. And as they say in the industry, God save the Queen. So,